Okay, so let's make another quick set of edits here, and then we will turn in submittal number 2 and move on. So one of the things I want to fix is the siding. If you notice, if you zoom in, the siding is not coming down and covering the floor. So I want to fix that just so that it looks normal. And then I also want to look at the stairs going down to the basement. There's no door there, so we need to add a door, and I want to look at that just for a second. Let's go ahead and start with that. So I'm going to rearrange my 3D view here a little bit. I'm going to turn on the section box so that we can talk about this. So over my properties, scroll down, click in section box to select it, click on the edge of the section box, drag it back into the house so that we can see what's going on. Oops, that's not far enough. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to put a door in the wall right there. So that's no big deal to go down. But then if I'm going to do this right, I would put a triangle of wall in that opening. It doesn't do me any good to have a door closing off the basement stairs if there's no wall closing it off. This is one of those discussions that I always had with homeowners when we were designing. Do you want the wall to be at the top of the stairs so that the room feels smaller upstairs? Or do you want the wall around the stairs to be in the basement so that the basement feels smaller? So that's one of those things to think about. But let's go ahead and put a door in here. I'm going to go back to the first floor plan, zoom in on the head of the stairs, and go to architecture, go to door, save the project. Look down through the door selections, see what is available. Single flush is fine. Hopefully a 30-inch door fits there, so a 30 by 84. Yep, looks about right. I'm not sure which. You want it to swing into the hallway. Not sure if you want it left or right. I guess this is okay. So now I've got a door at the top of the stairs. I'm going to go ahead and put a wall in here as well. Click Escape twice to get out of that Place Door command. Go to the Architecture tab up at the top on the ribbon, click on Wall. I want a basic interior 4.5-inch partition, and I'm going to drag that wall the length of my stairs. And then the thing that I'm going to have to do is edit the profile of the wall. So if you open your building section again, so double click to get out of the Place Wall command, then double click on the head of the section mark, and there's the wall that I just placed, right? Come on, right there. So you can see it's in front of the stairs. So the way that I'm going to make a triangle out of that wall is to edit the profile of it. So I've got it selected. So if I click someplace else to unselect it, I just hit the edge of the wall again to select it. And then up on the ribbon, there's an Edit Profile button. So I click on Edit Profile. That gets me the 4 pink lines. These are the same pink lines that surround the floor or the roof when you're placing those. It's just that you don't need to use the pink lines to place the wall. They've got it set up a little bit different. But we're going to use them anyway. So I'm going to make a pink line by using this Pick Lines tool. So I click on that. I'm clicking on the bottom of the stairs. There it is. And I'm going to click Escape twice to get out of that. So now I've got a new pink line. So I need to get rid of the pink lines that I don't want. So I'm going to click on each one of those and hit the Delete button on my keyboard. Oh, that's weird. And then down at the bottom, notice that my pink line here at the bottom of the wall extends beyond the pink line that's coming down at an angle. That's bad. I can't do that. So I have to make a corner there. So I'm going to use the Trim Extend a Corner tool. I'm going to click on the pink lines that I want to keep. So that one, and then that one. I'm not sure what's going on with my cursor. And then notice that it made a green dash out of the other end of it. So it trimmed the pink line. That's good. That's what we needed. And then the same thing up at the top. So pink line. Come on, pink line. What is going on? Well, let me select it. Oh, there it is. Let's do that one first then. Pink line. decline. There we go, got it trimmed. My cursor's getting worse, or my mouse is getting worse, sorry. So then green check mark, and now I have a triangle of wall instead of a rectangle of wall. You can see where the rectangle was with the dashes, and you have a reset profile button up here, so if you ever wanted the rectangular wall back, you can get it back. But now if I go back to 3D and look at it, you can see that, you know, the basement is closed off. I have to do some trimming at the top of the wall to make that look, you know, finished and all that kind of stuff, but good enough for where we are right now. So then one more fix, I need to work on my exterior walls. So I'm going to click on one of those to select it, and what I need to do is break apart the layers of the wall so that I can pull just the outside layers down. So the pulls that are on the top and bottom of this, the handles, they will pull the entire wall down. So see how it's pulling the entire wall down? Click undo to get rid of that. So what I'm going to do is select the wall. Doesn't matter which one of the 4 exterior walls I select. Click the Edit Type button, and then click the Edit Structure button. And then the button that I'm after here is this Modify button. The Modify will let me break apart the wall into layers so that I can have multiple pull handles out there. Well, the Modify button is grayed out. If I click the Preview button in the lower left-hand corner of that same window, it opens a plan view of the wall. Well, the Modify button is still grayed out, but if I change that from plan view to section view, so I click on the view, my only other option there is to make it a section. Now that Modify button is available. Tricky, huh? So I'm going to kind of center the bottom of the wall here in my view. I'm using my roller on my mouse to zoom in. Now I click the Modify button, and I click on the very bottom of the outer boundary of the siding, and click Unlock. I have to hover over this lock until it turns gold. Where is that? There it is. And unlock it. Do the same thing on the sheathing. Unlock it. I don't have to unlock the layer that's in between them. We've got a membrane layer there. So if you go over into the properties, so the finish, the clapboard siding is the first one that I unlocked. The membrane layer has no thickness, so I don't have to unlock it, but you can see it turn blue in there. And then the substrate is the other one that I unlocked. The lumber, the softwood lumber, the stud, I'm not going to mess around with that one, so I can just leave that. I'm all good. I say OK and OK. And now notice I have 2 pulls on the bottom there. And you can do this in a section view or in an elevation view. I think it's easier if you just do it in a section. Okay, so in my section view, I'm going to zoom in on that wall, that exterior wall. Click on it once to select it. Click on the edge. Now you can see your 2 pulls are there. I am going to hover over that exterior pull, hover until it turns dark. That way you know you've got it. And then you can click and drag that exterior down to where it touches the top of that foundation wall. I'm going to zoom out. Unfortunately, you have to do this on all 4 walls. It doesn't know to turn the corner. So zoom in on this one, select that wall, hover, click and drag that one down. So now if I go back to my 3D, you can see that, now I've got that covered. But you can also see that my north and south walls are not done, because you can see that chunk back there is still uncovered. So I'm going to go to my other section view. In my project browser, I slide down over here, double click on north south to open that view because it's already open. Zoom in. This might help if I turn on fine detail right here. And then click once on the wall to select it. Hover, make it sure it's dark. Pull, click and drag that down. Zoom out to the other side. Click on the wall, drag it down. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and close that view. I don't need it. And now when I look at my 3D, if I turn off my section box here, I'll be able to see that I have able to see that I have siding all the way around. Yep, there we go. Looks much better.